As marketing managers, you are probably used to hearing the question, what is marketing? And you are probably equally fed up with having to explain and justify your role within an organisation. This presentation has been produced to explore and evaluate a definition of marketing that Doyle has proposed and to make recommendations to management from our findings. This is how Doyle defines marketing, but is this definition accurate? To begin, Doyle's definition was dissected into smaller parts as philosopher Bertrand Russell stated that in order to understand anything you must first break it down into components. The first part that was explored was marketing is the management process. Firstly, let's discuss the word process. Marketing has been described as many things as well as a process. For example, there are also many other definitions of marketing available, some being that of Peter Drucker, the American Marketing Association, and the UK's Chartered Institute of Marketing. Marketing has also been described as a common set of goals, action through a process of analysis, strategic decision-making, formulation of the tactical marketing mix programs, and operational controls. Now let's take a look at the management aspect. The management of marketing has undergone significant changes over the past 3 decades. Changes in the external environment and internal developments in organisations question the survival of the future of the marketing department. Forces such as globalisation, technology, fierce competition, and the complexity in customer demand have led to changes in marketing concepts, activities, and practice. This has resulted in marketing becoming more diverse and often being carried out by several companies and in several areas of the business. Due to these major changes in marketing practices, only a few areas are still controlled by marketing managers, such as. Let's move on to the second component. According to Doyle, the principal role of the top management team is seen to maximise shareholder value. This results in pressure from investors, which has meant that managers are not able to survive unless they are providing good returns to shareholders. Too many companies perceive increasing shareholder value as cutting costs, downsizing, and re-engineering, but in actual fact these types of strategies only provide companies with a temporary boost to profits and not long-term growth. The key to shareholder value has now been recognised as long-term profitability and growth. This is the reason why internet and pharmaceutical stocks sell 4 to 5 times that of slow-growth businesses. Since the 1980s, a greater importance has been placed on shareholder value by directors. However, it is also proposed that there is conflict between the pursuit of shareholder value and sustainable economic growth with recent scandals. This is evidence that too much focus on shareholder value may threaten a company's stability. In addition to short-term thinking, excessive stress on shareholder value has another adverse effect on management's behaviour, the blind pursuit of short-term growth. Managers can bring their organisation severe difficulties by promising the stock market that their company will grow 15% in turnover a year. Unfortunately, the reality is rather more complex, and research shows that a growth rate of 15% is unattainable for most companies and can therefore be considered an illusion. However, there is argument that where shareholders do not play an active role in the direction of a corporation, that the realisation of the objectives of maximising shareholder value is ambiguous and, if not, meaningless. Now time to discuss the third component. To build relationships with customers, a series of strategies and processes should be created to add value for individual customers. These then build preference for an organisation and result in improved business performance over the lifetime of the associated customer. Relationship marketing is designed mainly to retain customers by promoting loyalty, satisfaction, and building mutual trust through interaction along with the understanding of their needs to meet ever-growing expectations. Advertising and marketing effort creates initial awareness and will initially pave the way, but it is the relationship that builds and wins the customer's trust. Customer value is built by the unique combination of benefits received, including quality, price, convenience, on-time delivery, and both before and after sales service. When Tesco says every little helps, it really means it. Its customer relationship management program started with the club card in 1995. Competition did not realise that Tesco was capturing valuable information with every swipe of the card and building a powerful database of customers. Tesco believed that excellent customer service plays a role in their success. They understand that winning customers and building loyalty doesn't happen overnight, and that building strong customer relationships require a consistent and ongoing effort to retain their customers' hard-won loyalty. Tesco know that while pricing is important, loyalty earned through delivering on promises and taking care of customers will often win the sale and keep the customer, even where the pricing may be a bit higher. It is crucial to understand how fragile customer relationships are and how easily won hard loyalty can be lost through poor customer service and issues not being quickly resolved to their customer satisfaction. Finally, let us take a look at the last component. Achieving a sustainable competitive advantage in the market has been recognised as one of the major marketing challenges. A competitive advantage is defined as an advantage over competition gained by offering consumers greater value and providing greater benefits and services. However, understanding customers and fulfilling their demand is not enough to be competitive. Driven by more demanding customers, global competition, slow growth economies and industries, the search for new ways to attain a competitive advantage to improve performance continues. Apple has succeeded in gaining a competitive advantage, at first by being innovative and providing a product that could not be matched by its competitors. Their innovativeness revitalized the market, made it grow, made it profitable and made it large. However, by doing this they attracted powerful competition. Marketing strategists have to consider changes in the macro environment as well as the needs of their target consumers to enable the company has the strongest possible competitive advantage. The process of developing this type of strategy includes competitor analysis and developing competitive strategies to outperform competition and improve market performance. Porter suggests 4 generic business strategies for achieving a competitive advantage. He related the strategies to the extent to which the scope of the business activities are narrow versus broad, and the extent to which the business seeks to differentiate its products. Subsequently, it is also stated that to effectively attain and sustain a competitive advantage, it is vital to coordinate a company's marketing activities around the primary goals of satisfying the needs of the company's valued customers. Recent research suggests that customer value management is essential as it improves business performance in 3 ways and provides the company with a sustainable competitive advantage. This argument is supported by many scholars who suggest that many companies' weaker relationships and decreased revenues are as a result of failing to implement customer value management successfully. From the research, here are the proposed recommendations. With regard to marketing being the management process, it is predicted that marketing will cease to be an identifiable functional area within an organisation, and it is predicted to disappear into general management. Marketing is increasingly being perceived as an organisational-wide process. Marketing is also thought of less as a function and more as a set of values and processes guided for entire organisation and all its employees. Therefore, an emerging set of responsibilities for marketing managers should be prepared for as supporters, integrators and coordinators, as all the pieces of marketing are dispersed throughout the organisation. As the marketing function is an efficient and productive ingredient for the business, marketing's future is not as a function within the business, but will be seen as a function of the business. The important position shareholder value has in the management thinking needs re-evaluation. Evidence has suggested when firms are more market-orientated, their employees get more job satisfaction, and this can subsequently lead to a successful circle of improvement, as happy, motivated employees generate increasingly satisfied customers, resulting in improved organisational performance and higher employee satisfaction. Of course, the shareholder is important to an organisation, but there are also many other significant parties which the organisation has to satisfy in order to stay profitable and a viable company in the long term. Therefore, it is important to strike a balance between these various groups of stakeholders. A balancing act is proposed. Developing customer relationships has been recognised as very important and is about discovering customers' needs and wants and understanding what the market is, focusing on what will benefit the customer and ensuring there isn't a gap where frontline employees fail to deliver services to the standard expected. Marketing should therefore be aware of this importance and to be used to play a role in this. The evidence presented regarding marketing being used to create a competitive advantage reveals that it can stem from many activities and processes of a firm. Each of these processes contributes to the company's market performance position and creates a basis for differentiation. Therefore, marketing is a contributor to creating this competitive advantage and should remain to be so. Marketing is not a science, and therefore there is no single correct definition or approach to take, and it is clear that any definition of marketing counts for little or nothing if the business does not develop a process, culture, or set of operational procedures to actually do the marketing. Therefore, marketing is just marketing with a common set of objectives, processes and tools, irrespective of the question and regardless of the product or marketplace.